Hi there, it's me, Alya. You might know me as the owner and star reporter of Ladybug, the most accurate and up-to-the-minute and best ladybug news blog that there is. I'm just kidding, I don't have a blog. Hey, I'm Desi, and I'm here to help you maybe look a tiny bit like Alya Cesaire from Miraculous Ladybug. Oh, there's Adrian. There's Marnet on her face. That's embarrassing. Hey, let's get on with the tutorial. Okay, I'm starting out with Etude House Face Blur. This has moisturizing properties and SPF, so along with their mattifying gel, it's just gonna start prepping my skin for the makeup to stick to. I'm also going to use Innisfree No Sebum Blur Primer, and that's just going to create a nice base for the rest of my makeup. I'm using this Misha BB cream. You can use whatever foundation or base makeup you prefer. I like this because it looks super natural when I blend it in with the Beauty Blender type sponge. It sinks into my skin nicely, and that's kind of what I'm going for with Alya. I don't want to look too heavily made up, but I still want good coverage, and it's just going to look a little bit less obvious. I will cover up any other imperfections I find with this Maybelline concealer. I'm going to go ahead and put that under my eyes in sort of a triangle pattern. That's just where I have a lot of darkness, but it might be different for you. Go ahead and blend that really well. Then I'm taking this NYX lip cream in like a nude color. I'm putting it on two of my fingers, and I'm going to go ahead and use that as a blush. I like this because it's a little more natural than powder blush, and I kind of want a very natural, youthful appearance for this. I'm going to go ahead and just blend that into my cheekbone area near my eye. And then I'm going to take this Revlon lipstick in this deep rose, put that on like one finger, and then kind of concentrate that right in the center of that area on my cheekbone. It's just going to deepen the blush a little bit. Like I said, I'm concentrating this higher up, but you can do it lower depending on your face shape. It's up to you. I'm going to set that with this blur pack from Innisfree. I'm going to set the under eye area with the concealer, my nose, my forehead, my chin, and cheeks. Pretty much the center of the face, anywhere that gets shiny during the day. That's just going to be really good for locking that in and good for touch-ups. Next, I'm going to be setting that with this NYX finishing powder and a big fluffy kabuki brush. This has a yellow tint, so it's good for brightening, and it's just going to make sure everything's blended and set and it won't move. Then I'm going to use this Wet n Wild kind of champagne highlighter with a big fluffy brush, and this is just going to bring back some of the dimension that I've mattified out. I don't want to completely matte my face. For some reason that doesn't show up well in photos sometimes, so I just want to bring back a little bit of the dimension and glow. I'm going to be blending two eyeshadow primers together. One is a gold champagne shimmery kind of base, and the other is a regular colorless base. This is going to make a little less work for me when I'm doing my eye look. Setting spray time. Spray your face. I'm going to use this NYX Jumbo Eye Crayon in Milk and use that right in the inner corners of my eyes and add a little brightness right there. Then I'm hitting up my palette. I'm using this Bone White shade, and I'm going to get that all over my lids with a big fluffy brush. This is going to make blending a little easier and more natural. Then I'm using a shimmery champagne, very light shade, and I'm getting that right in that inner corner again and kind of over that lighter shade there. Moving on to this darker tan color, I'm going to go ahead and put that right in the outer part of my eyelid and start building that depth. Now I'm going to use this orangey brown. Alya's got a really warm complexion, so I want to bring some of that warmth. And I'm using this deeper brown here and putting that right on the outer V of my eyelids. Now I'm going to take this clean brush and blend really well so it looks very natural. And finally, I'm going to take this lighter, more reflective champagne shimmer kind of color and get that right closer to the inner corners of my eyelids. I'm also adding this Merry Luminizer highlighter. It's a very intense highlighter, and I'm gonna get that right in the inner corners and on the center of the lid to really amp up that brightness that's gonna show. Now I'm taking this off-white pencil by Cella and putting that right in the inner corner of my eyes. Yay, eyeliner time! I'm using DHC's liquid eyeliner, but you can use whatever you prefer. I'm not going to get too extreme with Alya's eyeliner here. I want it to enhance and kind of extend my natural lashes more than anything, so I'm going to keep it fairly close to the lash line so it doesn't look too obvious or heavily made up. I'm using the Skinny Mascara from Misha. This is going to give me the length I want without a ton of volume, which is what I want, long lashes like Alya, while still enhancing my lashes for photos. I'm actually using two brow products here. One is more of a pomade pencil and the other is a waxy crayon type. Alya actually has very light eyebrows. Her face is kind of low contrast. I personally don't like the way light eyebrows look on my face. I feel like it kind of limits the expressions I can make, especially considering photo shoots. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get the shape I want with the darker colors, comb that through, darken them, fill them in. This is again just a personal preference. I just like getting that troubled shape, especially with Alya, so I can look suspicious in photos and have more fun. For lips, I'm just gonna take that same deep rose and get a coat of that on. I'm not too worried about staying power. Alya's top lip is actually darker than her bottom lip, so I'm going to lighten up my bottom lip with a NYX lip crayon, the same one from before. And now hair! I haven't found the perfect wig for Alya yet, so I'm just going to use my natural hair and make sure I have a middle part and I'm tucking it behind my ears and maybe adding a little red if I was going to do a photo shoot. Again, I'm looking for a perfect wig for Alya, but this will do for now. And finally, my favorite part, the glasses. I just took some sunglasses and popped the lens out. And of course, Alya has a beauty mark over her right eye. I'm going to draw that on with an eyebrow pencil and then set it with some darker eyeshadow so it stays put. And now it's time for clothes. Like the wig, I don't have the perfect Alya shirt yet, but I just went ahead and got this plaid button down and a white tank top. I rolled the sleeves up of the button down, and it works. I also got some jeans and the final piece, the shoes. Alya's definitely wearing some limited edition Adidas. I don't know where to get those, so I think as long as you have a prominent trefoil in the tongue, you should be alright. I actually like to double lace around the tongue so it sticks out in kind of a cartoony way. I love these shoes. I love them. I love them. That's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching my tutorial, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!